Welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Today we are joined by Runt.
Hello. I am a 7'2" bugbear monk who is afraid of ladies while I'm shy. Level 7 monk.
Canae.
I am Canae, DN, an evil tiefling warlock, level 7, playing the long con by helping others so that in the final battle between good and evil you consider joining my side, eh?
Imeri.
Hi, I'm Imeri. I am a level 7 celestial warlock. I wear a olive green hooded scarf that I use to cover up my little cat ears on my head.
And Pidge.
Hello, I'm a rock gnome transfiguration wizard, level 7 as well. I am a Nuzlocke challenge character, so if I die for longer than a minute, I'm dead for good.
You are all in the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild Hall. The Guild Hall is a large building with a bar, a sitting area, wooden tables and chairs, and a wall with a corkboard with job flyers posted. It has been very busy lately in the Guild Hall. There's been a lot of shake-up in the community, and you've had a lot of company meetings. At the last one, Moxie and Imeri talked about a carnival that they went to where they received some tarot cards that directed them to take a scroll of banishment to some comrades that were out in the field to help with a situation. Upon relaying this information to the guild, Nusi piped up that she recognized the description of the handler of the tarot cards, citing that she had seen him several times in the bar with another gentleman who is quite charming, and she quite enjoyed them visiting, but they haven't been there in a while. The last time, actually, she remembered the handsome gentleman saying something to the young fellow with the black wavy hair, something about asking if he was good with boats, and she recalls that particular instance because it was strange and that the handsome gentleman took one of the Gilderland opening day posters from the wall as he left. It was then revealed that everyone that had worked at the opening day ceremonies received a bouquet of fey flowers that had a moon tarot card attached to them. Then everyone knows now that Dolly Porton is investing in Gilderland and helping rebuild it after the catastrophe that was opening day. Another rather interesting and disconcerting thing that happened recently, Nulasag, in a misguided attempt to console Azreen after the death of Katarina, admitted who Katarina actually was. Azreen then flew into a rage that Nulasag would violate someone's mind like that, and that he made her look like a fool and robbed Katarina of the ability to defend herself. Azreen stormed out, quitting the guild and swearing vengeance. She disappeared for a while, but reports have been coming in of a black tabaxi being seen visiting several other guilds and has been spotted several times aboard an airship that often docks in Cafasti. Nulasag refuses to send anyone after her and will not discuss the matter.
Oh, no.
Poor Azreen.
Since saving Dolly, the guild has been overwhelmed with every type of low-level job, as everyone in the town wants to have some affiliation with the heroes. Luckily, that surge has died down. There remains one post on the job board that looks like it's been there for a while, probably covered up under the rush, or perhaps it has just been generally ignored as unimportant.
Or it's so hard and deadly that we're all going to die, and no one is dumb enough to pick this one.
Bye, Pidge.
Oh yeah. Please bring me back to life if I die. Or have
Kaihaku can. I think it costs like a certain number of gold.
I'm
and
good
then
for it, I swear.
I trust him.
I have a trustworthy face.
All right, Imeri's going to walk over and grab the flyer.
All right, it's kind of crumpled up. You can tell there's little pokes all through it where other posts have been put over top of it. And it just says, rocks are upset. Jessup Mines, Shaft A, Maple Street Rail. Tell them Tup sent you. Reward, keep what you find.
Can you send that in the Skype chat?
I can.
Oh, excellent.
Tup.
Rocks are upset.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I can't talk to rocks. I don't know how to comfort them.
Even though you're a rock gnome?
I can talk to rocks, but I don't think it's that type.
Technically, anyone can talk to rocks. It's just whether they answer back.
That's true. I guess I can talk right at them all day.
They don't say many interesting things.
I like their music, though.
They are really good at jazz fusion.
Yeah. So, we have to go down some sort of shaft, apparently.
Okay, so I look at the map on the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild Hall wall and everyone that's in the Facebook Files tab. And I see that Yezhik vaguely is north of us. Should I do some kind of roll to see if I know where the Yezhik mines are? Like a history roll or a...
No, not while you're...
Or like an investigation roll?
Sure,
map,
you can do an investigation. Or, a history. Do history. Just to see.
Okay. Have I heard about these mines? 18? Question mark?
In a vague sense, yeah, there are mines up that way. Much like in the real world, we know that there are mines in West Virginia.
Right. Yeah, it wouldn't be how to find them, though.
But based on the very short description in the post, you figure it's probably easy to find when you get there if you were to
just take the rail and just go for it.
Yeah, just go to
okay.
There's a mining operations there, so there's probably someone you can ask where Shaft A is.
Yeah, let's do that. So I guess I'm like, hey guys, we'll just head out. So is Maple Street Rail, is that the rail that to get there then? Oh. Okay, so we'll hop on the train at Maple Street and we'll go to Yezhik Mines and we'll try to look for Shaft A. Is that did
Plan.
I just figure out?
No, you'll take the
You
train.
solved the puzzle.
You'll take the train to Yezhik.
Take the train to Yezhik.
Go to Shaft
Where's
A.
the Maple Street Rail? Yeah.
And Shaft A.
Oh, okay, so the rail isn't the train.
No.
The rail is a mine shaft rail. Okay.
Yes.
Got it. Sorry. Okay. All right. I invite my friends to come with me. I say, hey, guys, do you want to go on this adventure?
Let me check my schedule. Yes, please. Also, I'm very poor, so I could use the money.
Excellent. Do you have at least 1 gold?
No. He lies?
Oh, well, then you stay home.
I got you.
Thank
Canae.
you. I think I could be, I'm fairly certain that you have gotten me every time we've played together, so thank you.
She is just that kind of person.
Thank you. One day I will pay you back.
Runt, do you have at least 1 gold?
I
don't believe you.
Hold on. And he pulls up a coin purse and just opens it up and is like, I've got
Imeri just
plenty.
kind of closes it for him. Put it away.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we can all afford a train ticket one way or another. I start going to the train station.
Away we go.
Mm-hmm. And you do. You make it to the train station.
Yay.
You are all recognized as Fire Breathing Kitten Guild members because you've also been busy working all of these odd jobs that have come in. So you get a lot of waves and kids that are excited to see you guys. And when you go to buy your tickets, the bee lady behind the counter gives you a special guild member discount that they now have, so it's only half a gold each, only for guild members.
Thank you. I show her my tramp stamp tattoo just to prove that I'm a guild member.
All right. So my
He goes, oh,
Mine is
I know.
two.
I have all of the trading cards.
Ooh.
we have trading cards.
Oh, yeah. Do you mind signing these for me?
Oh, sure. Do you got a
Sure.
quill and ink?
Of course. And she gets out a
Thanks.
binder and she flips through several pages of cards and pulls out the ones for you guys and hands them over. And it's got a picture of you that's very stylized in its painting. And on the back, it's got like a little short bio.
Is
I
it
like that.
enchanted to move?
She does have a few that are like that. Those are harder to come by.
Those are the foil
Oh,
ones?
like
Yeah.
like foils.
Yeah. There's,
Just like Harry Potter.
So she doesn't have any of you guys yet, but she's trying.
Got to keep buying those packs to see which ones you open. That's cute.
I have a card? Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yours. I mean, there's not a whole lot of information on the back. I don't really know how you correct that, but you like rocks, and you're tall.
They're nice to me. Here, and I give her 2 gold for the ticket.
I was paying for the tickets.
It's a tip.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, you're so generous. Thank you.
Oh, you... And he kind of shies back and kind of hunches a bit.
She buzzes a little bit.
Aw.
But you are able to secure some tickets, and you sign some cards if you like.
Sure.
For a nominal fee, I will sign mine.
Oh, God.
Runt signs a few cards that aren't even him. Just...
Runt's adorable. And a bugbear.
Yes, they're a big bugbear. Alrighty. You take a train all the way up to Yezik. It's a nice ride. It's a pleasant day out. There is one, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5-year-old kid that keeps running up and down the aisle, just screaming in joy, just back and forth and back and forth. But that only happens for a couple of minutes every hour or so.
Very tempting to do a little ray of frost on the ground where he's running.
Imeri's gonna give him some chocolate.
Oh yeah, hype him up even more. Perfect.
Yes.
His parents.
Train the kid to accept candy from strangers.
It's not her son she could hype up.
Yeah, his parents are deeply engrossed in some magic tablets that they have. They're playing
Oh,
some sort of
God.
game. But every once in a while, the mom just puts her hand out in the aisle and snaps her fingers, and he comes running back and sits down. But you guys
Been
make
there.
it to Jessica. Yeah, the mom snap. Nobody wants that. It's better than the dad shout, though. I'd rather get a mom snap. But anyway, you make it to Yezik, and it's a nice forested coastal town. You're in the train station. There's a kiosk of brochures.
Perfect.
I'd like to browse a brochure, see what's interesting in the area.
There's a brochure to pan for gems. And there's a brochure for Gilderland back in Nicomoy.
Oh no.
There's just a Chamber of Commerce style map of the area.
Oh, is the mine on the map, specifically Shaft A?
There is the Marvelous Marv's mining operation. It's just a bit
Alliterative.
to the west of the town. It seems to be the main.
I wonder what makes him marvelous.
And you also notice that the Pan for Your Own Gems is a subsidiary of Marvelous Marv's mines. And there's also Putt Putt,
Ooh.
also owned by Marv.
Ooh.
Oh, that's Marv.
Mining operation and pup pup.
This Marv character is very, what's the word? Like a Ferengi. Just
Industrious.
yeah, that's,
Entrepreneurial.
entrepreneurial is probably a good word, yeah.
Does he have a partner named Harry?
You don't know.
Oh, do we know, is Marv the one who posted this job?
Tup.
Tup. Say we know Tup. Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you guys say? Head off to the mines, or you want to get some putt-putt or Other things.
We can putt-putt later.
Yeah. My mom used to say that.
A lot of
I give you a sympathetic pat on your shoulder, and I'm like, yep.
You feel a imp under your, because he's invisible on my shoulder, so Dag.
I smack Dag in the face.
Yeah, Dag's like, gives you a little nip.
Oh, sorry, Dag. I think I've seen Dag a few times.
You've seen Dag,
with
yeah.
And Mary's just gonna nod, like, yep. I know that one.
Do you want to do putt-putt first?
I'm easy.
Because you never got to?
I think we gotta find this top guy.
Yes, putt-putt. Work first, play later.
Okay, well, we'll definitely play putt-putt after this.
Deal. I've heard that before.
It's happening.
I got first place in amateur league once.
Ooh. So we've got an ace on our team. Okay. You can go first and show us where the slope is.
I can see all the slopes because of my height.
We'll do putt-putt after the adventure.
Yay.
And we head for the mine.
my pen of no clicking just rolled so far away. You make your way. You follow the map, the Chamber of Commerce map, and it's got a couple of eateries on it. But you follow the map to where Marvelous Marv's mining operation is. On the way there, you do pass Marvelous Marv's putt-putt extravaganza, and you can see that it's just a huge establishment. You can see there's a lighthouse and a windmill and what looks like a very cartoonized panning operation out as part of it, but very thematic to both the coast and the mine. But you pass that, and there's a big gravel parking lot where there's carts that are pulled in, and there's a little gift shop outside of Marvelous Marv's, and you can actually see where the pan for your own gems is by a little creek, and there's some kids over there with their parents that are just panning away. But there is just past that cute visitor area, there is the actual mines. There's a guard shack that is alongside the gravel path that leads down to the actual operations.
All right. You guys ready to delve?
I think we should get permission first.
Yeah, probably.
I would like to go into the part where the public is directed to purchase tickets for panning for your own rocks and stuff.
Okay.
And I'd like to walk up to the front desk area and show the back of my hand with the fire-breathing kittens tattoo and say, "Hello, I'm responding to the job flyer that was posted at the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild."
Behind the counter is a halfling with just a mass of red, coppery colored hair that just sort of almost envelops her, and she's got great big glasses, and when she blinks, it's like the whole glasses kind of blink. It's so magnified. And she looks at your hand and she blinks a few times, and then looks at you, and then looks at your party and blinks some more. Oh, okay. I don't know. What flyer? What?
Listen, lady, what are you hiding?
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. We were there's some sort of something going on in a shaft that needs taken care of. Fire Breathing Kittens Guild. We're from Nicomoy? ?
Tup sent us?
Tup sent us. Should have written that down.
Okay. So just go to the guard shack and tell him to call Tony, and Tony should be able to take you to Marv. You'll have to get some hard hats, and I'm pretty sure that Tup is one of Marv's friends.
All right.
Thank you.
So we got to go to the Love Shack. Baby.
Oh god, I'll help this man.
They have shacks just for love?
They certainly do.
I will have to investigate this. Love shack.
Take it easy. Start.
You guys can do it together.
Hey, I didn't say romantic love. You're making assumptions. Could be
No, in the investigation.
Oh.
You guys can investigate it together.
Yep. Let's go investigate the shack.
You can get together. All right. So we do.
Yep. You walk over to the guard shack, and inside there is a great big orc in a guard uniform with a very shiny guard badge that's sitting there. He's doing a crossword puzzle. He looks over. Oh, can I help you?
Hi, little one. We are from the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild, and we are here to speak to... They're to speak to Tony. We're talking to Tony. Where's Tony? Yes. You have a problem?
Oh, yeah, I'm Tony. See? And he shows you he's got his name badge embroidered nicely on his shirt. And it's Tony with an I.
Oh, I thought it was with a Y.
Yeah, I know. It can be confusing. I know. They think some people think it's Tony, but it's not. It's Tony.
Oh, yeah, I'm Runt. I get that a lot. They think it's with an E for some reason. Anyways, we're here to help you with your problem in Shaft A. You were gonna take us
that
to
problem.
Marv?
Okay.
Yes.
I thought you meant like my problem, and I was gonna say like, how do you know about that? That's ridiculous. My doctor wasn't supposed to tell anyone. But no.
Oh, now I want to know Tony's problem now.
No,
Insight
it's fine.
check. Is he okay?
I think they have HIPAA laws here.
Yeah, I don't know.
But here, just put on some. I'll take you to Marv. Marv said that he's been waiting for a while. I think for people to come. So yeah, just here's some hard hats. You're gonna want to put these on.
Imeri's gonna give him 50 gold. Here, hopefully that helps with your problem.
Just throwing money at a problem.
He looks at you and he's like, do you know how much money this is? This is like a year's worth of salary. What? Wow.
That's how much medical bills cost, actually. Yeah.
Well,
Aw, Mary, you're so nice. I give you a hug.
Canae sort of looks at Imeri and just sort of hangs his head down and says, yeah, I've been having a lot of problems lately as well.
Runt just looks at the hard hat and tries to put it on his head. And does it fit him?
Oh, that's a good point. Hang on. Let me go to the back. We've got bigger ones.
And do you have ones with holes in it for my horns as well?
Oh, yeah. You know what? You guys should just come with me. All right. We have these are mostly just for the normal, civilian.
Normal? How dare
civilized, civilian-y, human-y sized people.
I wasn't offended by normal, but I was offended by civilized.
Well, I meant to say civilian. That was just me.
Okay.
Human-y.
So he'll take you to the employee uniform closet where there is a sundry amount of different kinds of hard hats and coveralls to fit all shapes and sizes and number of appendages.
Runt wants overalls.
Imeri's gonna grab a normal hard hat because she doesn't like to show her ears.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take one with horn holes in it, I suppose.
And Runt, you can have some coveralls.
Yay.
Pidge has a hat on her head, so she puts the hard hat on, and then she puts the hat on top of the hard hat.
And he goes, yeah, I get it. I have a style too. He doesn't.
Yeah. Oh.
Runt clumsily gets into the overalls. He's really excited. And puts on the hard hat and kind of smushes his ears down a bit. And puts the hood back up.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let the hood stay down and just keep the scarf on with the overalls and hard hat.
All right. You guys all look like proper miners. I'll take you to Marv now, if you want. And then
All right.
I'm gonna just turn in my notice, cause
You're rich.
yeah.
Yeah, here.
But I'll take you to the mines first, though, because otherwise that wouldn't be right. Okay.
We're
So he
already
did-
changing lives.
I probably should have asked this to begin with. Is this something I can heal?
Oh yeah, you're a healer, and you gave him gold.
He's
Because I'm assuming.
like,
I'm gonna-
really, it's embarrassing, and I don't really want to. I mean, I'll be fine now, so we're good.
Embarrassing, you say.
I could leave the room if you guys want it. I just can I do a stealth check? I'd like to sidle out of the room so they can chat
Yeah.
about his personal. Oh gosh.
If these three leave, we could talk. I'm pretty much a doctor at this point.
I got a 4 on my stealth check because I obviously leave the room.
I'll
you
leave
back
the
up
room.
to the wall and like hit stuff as you're walking out, but you still like sidle up against it like you're being sneaky. And it's just like,
I said, "Don't mind me."
I'm not here. I'm not here. I'm not here.
Hard hats fall around her.
Yeah.
I'll leave the room, but then I'll leave Dag there invisible, and then I'll look through his eyes so I can hear everything you're saying.
Wow.
Sneaky magic.
HIPAA laws.
And Runt?
I will leave the room and guide our friend out since he can't see or hear.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Though I'm not certain as to why his hand is on my shoulder, or why I'm guiding him, but okay. I hope.
So is there anything I could heal with like a cure wounds or?
It's gonna be more of a remove disease situation.
Oh yeah, I can't help him then. I don't have disease.
That's okay. Just keep my secret.
All right.
Please
Well,
and thank you.
you got the 50 gold. Use that to help you. And I actually have friends that could help you if you would like. I could give them a call. Her name is Mo.
The less people that know. I mean, you go on vacation and you don't expect things to get crazy, and sometimes they get crazy, and
I was gonna say her name's Mocha. She's really good at removing stuff.
Well, how about you give me her contact information, and definitely don't. Is she pretty?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely don't tell her what's going on, but I'll totally take her contact information.
Tony.
Oh god, I don't know if I should give it to her.
Let's do
You know
like
what?
one digit off
Give him the,
of the fantasy
give him the
phone number.
rejection hotline number.
I'm gonna give him Ominous's number.
Oh no.
All right, you come out of the employee area. He looks a little chagrined, but not too much. And he's going to lead you into the mines. And once you get past the guard shack, the whole landscape like just drops down where the quarry is, and you can see there's different entrances leading underground. And there's mine workers just kind of all over, and there's great big arcane powered machinery that are digging and moving earth and stuff. There's it's quite the thing that's happening. And Tony leads you into what he says is shaft A, and as you approach it, you do see that there is a big metal A affixed to the rock face outside of the shaft. And once you are inside, you see a gnome standing well within the shadows of the mine, and he's got a little candle like stuck to his forehead on a strap, and he's got kind of grayish skin, and he's giving some orders. He's got a big clipboard, and he's telling people what to do, and he's checking carts that are coming up. And Tony goes,
Pidge is very awkward.
hey Marv. And
Oh no. This is Marv.
yeah,
Oh no, Pidge is smitten.
and he turns around and looks at you all. Goes, Oh, well, hello there. What you got with you there, Tony?
These are. They said the Tup sent them.
Oh, well, oh, jeez, it's been way too long since we've requested some help down here. It's a pleasure to meet y'all. I'm Murph.
Pleasure, Marv.
Is he holding out a hand to
Yes.
shake, or is he? Uh-oh.
And Marv is a Smurf Niblin, which is a deep gnome. That's why he couldn't meet you outside. He cannot go outside.
Oh,
Well, he can, but it hurts.
poor Marv.
And DM warning, I probably can't keep up this accent consistently, but we're going to go with it anyway.
Pidge sees a successful business owner who is the opposite gender, and she's gonna blush furiously as she shakes his hand. She has a mild crush.
Oh, Pidge is actually gonna flirt.
Oh, nope. Pidge is gonna be awkwardly silent.
Pidge, are you feeling okay?
Yep, I'm fine.
You're turning colors. Is that normal?
Imeri's gonna shake his hand.
I will pat him on the head.
Well, you're a big fella there. What if you ever need any extra work? We could certainly use a big fella like you down here. All right, so he kind of whistles, and a half elf in coveralls and a hard hat comes over. He says, "Joe, you take over for me here for a bit. All right, you lot, follow me this way." He leads you further into the mine.
Imeri pushes Pidge to the front.
Oh, God. Pidge will walk silently next to Imeri at the front.
Sort of tentatively reach a hand out? Question mark?
So where are you from then, lass?
I'm from Nikamui.
A lovely city.
My gnome guild there makes shoes. I've never seen an operation as large as this. Wow.
Oh yeah, biggest mining operation in the whole land, if I say so.
It's really impressive.
Oh, well, thank you. And he kind of like straightens up a little bit and uses his collar. But right this way into my office here. And you
No doubt.
charge-
Oh, sorry. I was
Oh,
going
no,
to
go
say,
ahead.
no doubt, sir, that with all these vast resources you have at your disposal, this problem probably will pay fairly well to eliminate. I can only imagine.
Coddle you and your gold.
Here, step into my office.
Yes,
have
yes.
A good gab
let's-
about it.
Let's step into each other's offices, shall we?
Yeah. And there is a small room that has been carved into one of the shafts, and there's a little stone desk that's obviously been shaped up from the land. Everything in here has just been earth-shaped into utility.
Oh, Pidge likes that.
Mhm.
I'm just imagining Flintstone style like chairs and lamps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Absolutely.
And Imeri's gonna be like, "Wow, Pidge, would you look at the craftsmanship on these tables?"
Oh man, Pidge is literally her background is guild artisan. For her 4th level spell, she just took fabricate instead of like useful spells. she's real into this.
As you say that, he like knocks on the end of his desk, and he's like, "Oh, I think I did it myself."
Oh my gosh. He built his own desk?
Mhm.
What? Hot.
So anyway, this he sits down at his desk. Goes, "So, really, this is more favor for a friend." It's,
Very well.
What's the favor for?
How far underground have you ever been?
Well, we had this thing with goblins a while ago. Remember that, Pidge?
Oh god. Yeah.
So we were kind of deep underground during a whole earthquake thing. I mean,
This is pretty far.
Oh yeah.
All right then. Well, I have a friend. His name is Tup. He's a good lad. Good lad, that Tup. Well, he lives much further down, and he's been having some trouble. He's a good lad, and we do a lot of trading, him and I. So I don't. Tells me his rocks are upset, and he can't mine any deeper while they're upset, and he needs help finding out why.
So we need to make rocks happy.
He
like
puts his
this
hands
job.
up in the air. He's like, I don't know. Sounds crazy to me.
I sort of look at Runt and realize that we probably have the best team that could possibly be sent on this mission right now. Runt, you're taking the lead on this one.
I speak rock, or rocks speak
Hey?
to me. They're like the
Look at
small or big. How big are these rocks?
Oh, I can't say. As far as I know, Top speaks to all of them.
Ooh, a fellow rock speaker. I have questions. I like this.
But I believe Top said that your payment would be in whatever you find, and he has a very lucrative gem mining operation deep down. So I think you should be funny on the spot with payment.
Very well. You had me at very much money.
I'm just imagining that scene from Lord of the Rings where the two giant tree people are trying to communicate and they're like, oh yeah, that was just hello.
Oh, with the rock. All right. Well, if you're all on board, Marv will take you to the Maple Street Rail, and you will be put into little mine carts.
Ooh.
And he tells you that
Are they fun minecarts or functional minecarts? Is this going to be like a fun Indiana Jones style ride, or we don't
Or
know?
like a Minecraft ride where we need pickaxes and maybe run into some creepers. And
Oh yeah, should we get some pickaxes? That's a very smart. Yeah, do they have any pickaxes laying around I could just grab?
there's some attached to the cart.
All right. Pickaxe.
Yeah, the if you want fun minecart rides, that's back up top, close to the putt-putt. They have a little mini roller coaster that you can go on there.
Try this one first.
Yeah. You can either all try to squeeze into one cart, or you can take two carts. You can each take your own cart, however you want to travel.
I will take my own cart.
Is Marv in the cart with us?
No, he has to stay and run his mine. He can't go.
Oh, okay. Then it doesn't matter.
oh my god.
No preference.
So
Bye,
Marv,
Marv.
we just take this and it'll take us to your friend Top,
Oh yeah, you're gonna take this all the way to the end.
all the way to the end.
And
Gotcha.
I mean, Pidge, if you want to stay up here with Marv,
Blushing furiously, I get into the cart, and are we... So Runt said he wants his own, so I guess we'll each take our own?
Yeah, why not?
I am all knees.
Is this a thing we're powering by pushing up and down on a lever?
Yes. Yeah, we'll say that.
Then I don't want my own cart.
to the cart.
Yeah, I'll be in the cart with Runt because I'm the only one who would fit in this cart with you. I'm
All
so
right.
small. So you've got to definitely push this lever for us.
And you
Runt.
know what's good about that too? Then we have good and evil in the other cart.
And two warlocks.
We have two warlocks. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I just put both the distance fighters in the same cart.
That's all right. Imeri is kind of tanked before.
Yeah, well, that leaves us defenseless. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. It's fine.
I popped my mage armor on, just by the way.
All right. And you're off.
Whee!
All right. Where are we on dark vision? Let me see. Let me check your sheets here.
I have it.
I have it.
I have it.
I not only have it, but I can see in magical darkness through Dag's eyes.
Wow. We all have dark vision. All right.
Excellent. Okay. Good deal. So you make your way down the Maple Street rail, and there's not a whole lot of activity on this particular rail. There is in the beginning, you could see a few people doing a little bit of like just general maintenance and cleaning. But the further off you get, the darker it gets, and the more narrow and enclosed the tunnel gets. But it's still properly shored up as you're going, so it doesn't look like there's been any neglect as far as structural integrity. And you travel for about an hour. So who's doing the pumping?
Runt.
I can take one if it's the kind that goes back and forth. I could take one side, and Dad can take the other.
All
Probably
right.
got a good system worked out over the years.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
All right. Runt, give me a strength check.
1.
Jeez.
And then Canae.
15.
Okay, and I guess we should have established who's in the front cart and who's in the back cart. I should have already done that.
Hmm. I would hazard a guess Runt in the front because he's so excited.
True. I'm very excited.
All right then. So as you're going, after about an hour, Runt, you're what are the Popeye muscles called on your arm when you flex up top?
Biceps.
Thank you. Brain just went totally flat there. Your biceps kind of start cramping a little. Just you're getting worn out. Like that's a one consistent movement over and over. Not quite used to that.
Should have stretched first.
Do you want some help?
You start slowing down. And really at this point, the only thing that's pushing you forward slowly is somehow Canae and Dag are bumping their cart up against yours. Then it pushes you forward a little bit. And then they pump again. It pushes you forward a little bit. So it's getting real jerky.
I would probably offer some assistance. Do you want me to attempt to help you?
Yes, that would be appreciated.
Okay. Is this an assist action, or should I just take over the pump?
You should probably just take over.
Okay. I got an 8, so it's not better.
We've got our infernal engine in the back here, really pushing things along.
As you guys are reaching this stymied, jerky travel pace, you notice that the walls, even though there's not a lot of light down here with your dark vision, you can see it looks like moisture on the tunnel walls. And then you kind of, as it gets a little closer and you're bumping, you could tell every time your cart slammed together, some of that moisture kind of jiggles a little bit. And
well,
then,
guys, I don't know what to tell you, but I can breathe underwater now. I
Me too.
hope the rest of you are going to... Oh, the warlocks again. Oh, God.
I could cast water breathing. We're okay.
Okay, good. I'm just naturally water breathing now. Lurker in the deep and all.
All y'all warlocks.
and as the sounds of your carts hitting kind of reverberates up and down this corridor, there's a slurp type sound and a plop as around coming up the corridor are 3 gooey cube looking things.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
And they sort of as they approach you. So we can roll initiative.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Nat 20.
19.
So that's what a waste on initiative. 23.
9.
11.
All right. You all go before the gelatinous cubes.
All right, so tunnel, 3 of us, or all of us on one side, 3 gelatinous cubes in front of us.
Yep.
Did our cart stop?
I mean, unless you've stopped moving, but you're not making very good pacing. It's still the jerk slam.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to put inside one of them a bonfire with my create bonfire spell. So that will be a dexterity save. I do believe, yes, dexterity save from a gelatinous cube, which I'm hoping
it
is
fails.
not very. So it takes 6, 7, 8. 2d8 takes 9 damage, fire damage.
Excellent.
And I'll sort of try to stay a fair bit away from them. And that'll be me.
So they're not good at dex saves, eh?
No.
Is that the save that you just
Yes.
did? Is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So Imeri.
All right, so Imeri is going to have her hands light up like a yellowish gold as she throws them forward, shooting out 2 crackling beams of energy, being her Eldritch Blasts. 27 and 24
Those will definitely hit.
for a total of 19 damage.
Okay. Are you hitting the same one that had the bonfire, or are you going for a different one?
The same one that had the bonfire.
Okay. 19. All right. Runt. These big things of jello are coming at you guys.
Green
They-
jello?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna walk up to it and hit it with my fist. I'm going to also, yes, sorry, I forgot to roll. I apologize.
Oh no, you walked up to it. So I shouldn't erupt the earth underneath you and them.
That's a 17 to hit,
Yes.
and that would be damage. That would be 8 damage on the first hit.
Yep.
And I'm going to the second attack is that is horrible. That is a 12.
You know, gelatinous cubes, not known for their armor. So yeah, that hits.
Oh, okay. And that is a 10.
Okay.
And then as a bonus action, I'm going to flurry of blows. Ooh, one of them is 21, and the other is
Yes.
12 again.
Jeez. It's a lot of hits at once there. That's a monk for you.
Just
And that, let's see, that would be 9 and 8, and it gets pushed back 15 feet.
that's lucky.
Do you have any movement left, Runt?
That's a good question. I could move. I could move back. I have 45 feet of movement, so I could move back, and I will do that.
Can I free call to you? Come on back.
Yeah, if I have the ability to come back, I'll come back that far. That's not a problem.
Yes. You can do
because I don't want to blow you up.
All right. It is your turn, Pidge. Pidge.
Okay. So Runt's not within like 20 feet, you'd say, if I were to send her a point. Could I get all 3 oozes and not Runt?
Yeah, I will say that Runt made it back.
Oh, good. Okay.
We'll say
Well, then
Runt.
I remove from my fanny pack a piece of obsidian, and I hold it in my hand, and I concentrate, and I'd like them to make a dex saving throw as I commune with the rocks around me.
So we got a wizard that doesn't want to hurt a tank?
Yeah, I don't want to blow him up. That would be bad.
Normally wizards are like, fireball, I don't care who's over there.
All right. Well, they got a 12, which I don't think so.
Excellent. That does not succeed. So, as the rocks answer my call, they erupt from the earth, and I choose a point I can see within range. A fountain of churned earth and stone erupts in a 20-foot cube centered on that point. Each creature in that area must make a dex saving throw. They take 3d12 bludgeoning damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one. So all the ones that failed take 18 damage each to all 3 enemies. Whew.
All right. So,
Does it look like that worked very well, or was that not super great? Like,
no, they all 3 took that damage, as did the rail line and part of the shoring.
oops. I can fix it. It's all good. Maybe I won't do that again, though. Oops.
Can you, just out of curiosity, if we are all underwater, can you still cast spells?
What?
If
Oh, you're worried about the possible lake overhead of us.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm less worried than you should be.
I have water breathing, so I'm not worried at
I
all.
didn't
And
cast
Imeri can water breathe the whole party
Perfect.
for free.
We're good then. Just all the people we drown.
Yeah. Do I release an underground lake?
Not at this point.
Cool.
Not
Keep
yet.
going.
Oh boy.
But remember, underwater breathing is not the same as underwater talking. So if there's verbal components, you're still...
Oh, you can't do spells underwater if there's a verbal component?
Depends on what you're using to breathe underwater.
There's no air to pass over your vocal cords.
Does the spell of water breathing give people the ability to cast verbal spells
I
underwater?
don't know. We'll have to look.
Yeah.
That's food for thought.
Oh. Yeah.
This is all internal dialogue as you're looking at the droplets forming on the ceiling above you.
I like it.
Okay. Then the cubes. How far is their reach again? They slurp and slide up towards you guys and get just close enough to send, well, two of them, not all three of them. Two of them get close enough to the carts to lash out with their pseudopods at Pidge and Runt. So that's a 19 to hit on Runt. I believe that hits. Yes?
Yep.
Okay, you'll take 10 points of acid damage and a 17 to hit Pidge.
Oh my. That's not good. That hits me.
Also 10 points of acid damage.
I look very injured.
And then the third one moves up, but it lashes out, but it's too far away to actually hit anybody, so it's just burbling.
Is one of these ending their turn in my bonfire that's still there? I should say it's there for 1 minute, as long as I'm concentrating.
Well, one started because you did the bonfire in the middle of it, right?
Yeah.
So
So that one needs a deck save. I don't know. It might pass its deck save. You never know. Could get lucky. Nat 20.
Let's see.
If
that
not...
that is an 11.
No, that's a fail. But I only take 4 damage. I rolled bad on my damage.
It makes kind of a sizzle sound as it moves its body out from having a bonfire inside of it. And they slurp and blurble towards you guys. And you can see as they're getting closer, there's definitely some like shapes floating inside them from other bits that they may have eaten or just sort of absorbed before.
I probably don't want to ask, but what does it smell like? Burning
Feet.
Okay.
It smells like
Just feet. Period.
Yeah. I
That's good.
can't imagine that a gelatinous cube smells like anything other than feet.
Feet.
And I guess as it's burning off a little like burnt hair.
Ooh. Okay, that's very good in the sense that it's very bad.
Oh, I forgot to say, the churned earth is difficult terrain, so it would have halved their movement.
Okay.
So
Let me just double check that they don't have any sort of... All right, well then, redacted. They're trying to get over all of that. So, Runt, you can have your 10 points back.
And just for future reference, I looked up the breathing underwater with spells.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're not gagged or anything that would stop your tongue from moving, you could still produce the sound. It just doesn't have to be heard.
Ah. So it'll sound like
It'll sound like you're...
underwater talk.
Yes. But you could still cast the spell because it's not stopping you from making the components.
Is that from Wizards, or is that
The handbook.
Okay, cool. Then, aye. Now we know. Take that, other podcasts I listen to. I'm cool with that.
The handbook is really hard to... It's dense.
Oh, there's so
it's really
much.
hard to find exactly what you... I don't blame people at all.
Oh, no. I'm totally cool with rules correction as long as we know where it came from. Solid. Okay.
Just for future reference.
Yeah, no, that is a helpful tidbit. Listeners, enjoy that free tidbit. But Canae, the smell of feet, the smell of burning hair.
Okay, so I guess first would be whichever one is still in my bonfire. Has
How
to
big
do a
was the
dex save.
bonfire?
It's 5 feet, 5 foot cube, so one of them.
Okay.
Ooh.
We'll say with the... Oh, yeah, it fails.
12 damage.
That one is looking especially rough.
And then for my action, I'm going to Eldritch Blast that one. Double whammy. For very bad. So 10, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know.
To hit? Hit? Oh, yeah.
10? Okay. 10 and...
They're made of jello.
And a crit fail. So for the 10, does 9 damage.
Okay.
And the crit fail does no damage. Burnt my little fingers a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna keep whatever distance I had and move back a little bit, and that'll be my turn.
Imeri, there's a lot of smells and wet sounds.
All right, I'll shoot my Eldritch Blast at the one in the bonfire still.
Okay.
That's 17 and 12.
Yep.
For 10 damage total.
I'll just go ahead and tell you their AC is 6, so as long as you guys get above a 6.
Okay, so I can only roll a 1 and miss then.
Oh no, I could roll a 1 and hit.
Well, it's still a mess if you roll a 1.
Yeah.
All right, that one is looking. It's having trouble even holding itself together. It's sloshing and slushing around. And Runt, there's 2 that are coming at you. One doesn't look very good.
All right. I'm gonna hit the one that doesn't look very good. With a 16 and do 12 damage to it with my bow staff.
You whack it with your bow staff, and what little bit it had that was holding itself together just completely fizzles out, and there's just sort of a wet, like, as it completely disintegrates and is absorbed into the ground.
Ooh. Is the stuff inside of it left on the ground?
It appears so, yeah.
Interesting.
And how far away is the next one?
They were pretty much right next to each other. So
I'm gonna turn to the other one, and with just a fist and elbow, just sort of combination where I just punch and elbow at the same time. So that's gonna do.
It jiggles mightily.
So I can't miss. So there's 7 damage and 11 damage.
Wapow.
Yeah. It jiggles like a square of jello on a kindergartner's lunch tray. And it seems to also be having trouble keeping its form. It's sort of more of a mound rather than a square, the cube at this point, as it jiggles.
I'm gonna back up by Pidge if I can disengage. I don't have that ability.
Yeah, if you can move 5 feet without getting an op attack.
Oh, actually, I have a 10-foot reach. I'll move back 5 feet. Well,
okay. And then Pidge.
One of them is melted, and 2 of them are close to Runt, right? So if I did an area of effect attack on the surviving oozes, I would blow up Runt. Yeah?
Yeah, and they're only like 5 feet from you in the cart at this point.
I would like to get as far away from them as I can without provoking attacks of opportunity.
Okay.
So if I can use my action to disengage and then move 35 feet backwards, that'd be great.
All right, you do that. You scramble out of the cart, over the edge, and just back.
Yep. You guys look like you have this covered, and I don't want to blow you up, so you'll get it next round, I'm sure.
Appreciated.
The difficult terrain, that was a 20-foot cube, or 20-foot area,
yeah.
Right?
Yes.
All right. That gets the one with the bonfire is dead. So the 2 are able to move up to the front of the cart, the front of the first cart. But Runt, you've moved to the back side of it because you moved back 5 feet. So they still can't quite reach you. The one that's still looking pretty healthy is going to try to start engulfing your cart. And it pulls it into itself. So now your cart is sitting, it just goes as it scrapes across the rail and pulls inside of the cart, or inside of the cube, and you can kind of hear like a faint sizzle as the metal of the cart is starting to break down.
Oh man, this is like a monster movie.
That cart only had 1 day before retirement.
We need that.
I am now very grateful that we did not take only one cart.
Oh, yeah.
And the other one is going to basically just double move, which will use up its action. So it's right in front of you, Runt, as it lunges forward. But it can't. That's all it can do this round. Canae.
Canae, is my... Are any of them in my fire?
No, your fire is
they're
back.
past it. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to move the fire up into whichever one looks most hurt, and it'll have to do a dex save. And if it fails...
It fails. So it's the one that's like so suddenly Runt in front of you, the bonfire like pulls forward and slurps inside of the cube in front of you.
An eerie green glow now. Maybe pretty. I don't know. Takes 6 damage. And whatever distance they move towards me, I will move back. Sensing a theme here. And that'll be my turn.
Imeri.
Alright, Imeri is going to throw her Eldritch Blast. And they're +6 to hit, so I'm just going to assume they all hit, as long as it's not a crit fail. 4 and 12, a total of 16.
All right. The one in front of Runt that has the bonfire in it, it almost does look pretty with the light inside of it flickering, and then as a couple of more lights shoot into it, sort of has a little fireworks scenario happening inside of it before it explodes out and just covers the walls. Give me a dex save, Runt.
Ooh, I don't like that. Runt rolled a 3. Plus his dex 7.
You'll take 4 points of acid damage as the exploding junk covers the outside of your coveralls and gets on your fur a little bit. And starts kind of.
Bought this.
How close am I? Because I think I didn't really move, and I was on the second cart.
They have very limited movement. They just ate the first cart.
Oh.
But that one's dead. You've just got the one with the cart inside of it left. And Runt.
I look at the cube with our cart in it and go, "Hey, give that back!" And I did not critical fail, and I did 20. I punched it, hit it with my staff, and punched it twice for 28 damage.
Ooh.
Jeez.
It burbles in pain and tries to dodge your punches, but it just can't. It's Jello. Pidge.
So they look very close to being dead, right?
The one with the cart. The other two are gone, but the one with the cart is definitely... Well, it's not bloodied because it's not got blood, but it's...
Jello-weed?
Yeah, it's been melty.
And none of my friends have been injured.
Other than like a little bit of denim. Denim got some acid washing.
Yeah. So if none of my friends are injured and they look mostly dead and I can mostly just do area of effect attacks, I'm going to cheer for them. I'm going to be like, "Go, you guys, go. You can do this. Yeah, good job. Don't get hurt." And I back up further.
That's fair.
You got this covered.
The gelatinous cube with the cart in it. See, Runt, did you move after you punched it?
No, he's angry. Runt's angry because he wants his cart back.
Well, you look tastier than a cart, so it's going to surge forward and try to get you. So give me a dex saving throw as it kind of slides forward.
12.
That's just enough. It's not able to quite give up the cart just yet, so instead of being able to engulf you, it just sort of pushes you to the side 5 feet, and you're not engulfed by it. But it is going to try to punch you as it's doing that. It's a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right. It's 10 points of acid damage as it tries to eat you and can't, so it punches you with a...
Is that the first injury that we've had?
Yeah, the first official one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Canae.
I see my good friend Runt injured by this thing, and that really does not appeal to me. So double fist, Eldritch Blast, and I critted on one. So, and the other one was like above 20, so should be good. So for the crit, I rolled a 1, so that's 2. And yeah, 5, so that's 7 total.
Okay. The Eldritch Blast hit it, and a little zip sizzle sounds as it plunges in and boils the top a little bit, caramelizing sections momentarily.
Ooh,
Take that, cube.
a caramel flan.
All right, Imeri.
Alright, Imeri is going to use her Eldritch Blast. That is 19 damage. Neither of them were critical. Fail. So, and then she is going to use her Healing Light to give Runt back 10 health.
Yay.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Runt, you feel better. Your denim looks kind of cooler now.
Acid
Yeah.
washed, yeah.
This will catch on.
A trendsetter.
What would you like to do?
Continue my assault and my mission of getting the cart back. I'm going to do the same thing again. One of them was a critical hit, a 20.
Ooh.
Roll. That would be 3 plus 6 plus 5. That's 14. 8 and 14, 8, and 7.
You pummel it into powder. It's so dead. It just completely evaporates.
Ooh.
The cart
Yay!
has some pock marks on it, but it seems to be okay otherwise. And you have defeated 3 oozes.
Yay!
Woo! So about that ground, it takes fully a minute to repair 5 feet of the earth. So I start doing that. And is the rail damaged at all because I blew it up?
Yeah, it's a little twisted up.
I could mend
I'm
it.
going to put the twisted pieces, next to one another and use mending to straighten them and fuse them back together.
Yeah, I'll give her a hand on that.
Thanks.
Speed it up.
Oopsie.
Yeah. Luckily, it's not an intricate thing to have to fix, so you're able to take 5-10 minutes to clear out the rubble, fix the ground, put the rails back together.
While they're doing that, I'm going to poke through the various ooze piles to see if there's any goodies.
Ooh, give me an investigation check.
That will be 11.
Okay, with an 11, you find about a fist-sized opal, uncut.
Whoa.
Opal.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Would I know the approximate gold worth of said opal?
You figure if you were to polish it up and get it cut correctly, or sanded down, however it is they're treated, probably worth about 50 gold.
Nice. 50 GP. Guys, these things are paying off.
Oh, are they?
But
Can I investigate too?
Yes.
All right.
I know. Check out my cool jeans. My
Yeah.
overalls.
I guess I'll investigate too.
Runt, strikes a pose. And a GQ.
You're finding your
I'll put
confidence,
a
right?
bonfire behind you to
Those
give you
jeans
some
look
nice
really
lighting.
good on you.
All right, Pidge, what'd you get for investigation?
21.
Ooh. You find 2 star rose quartz crystals / gems that are worth about 25 gold each, and 1 piece of onyx that seems like it could be worth about 65 gold.
Wow.
I rolled a 17 for investigation.
Okay. You find 3 rose quartz that are each worth about 25. And then Runt,
Yay.
25 each, so 75 total. Runt, what'd you get for investigation?
19, I think. Let me double check. Oh, no, 16.
You find some hematite, about 5 pieces worth about 10 gold each, and let's see, a fancy iron ring that seems like it's worth about 25 gold.
Is there a finger attached to the ring?
If there was, it's long gone.
Ooh, oozes.
I think I'm going to take my rose quartz and turn it into jewelry.
Ooh.
Because that looks pretty beautiful.
Ooh.
Yeah, it does.
Runt's gonna take the ring and tie it onto his quarterstaff with his other baubles and stuff. He's got a series of baubles on his bow staff. He's gonna tie it on there.
Cool.
That's awesome. I have a staff like that from scouting that has a bunch of stuff tied to the top of it. It's very top heavy.
Oh.
And it is also not for stealth,
Oh, yeah.
but it's fun. All right, well, after all that, you probably spend 30 minutes in total doing the mending, the cleaning away, and the fixing up, and the investigation, and you're able to continue on down the rail unperturbed, unmolested. You can tell the water droplets dry. They stop dripping from the ceiling. So you've moved out from underneath what is probably some sort of underwater reservoir. And you make it to the end of the rail, and there is a little tiny stone hut with a little stream that's coming out of the cave wall across a water wheel into a little ramp. And there is a 3.5 foot-ish tall figure standing at the end of the little ramp with a little pan, and he's swirling around water in his pan, and he looks up and he sees you. And in a much deeper voice than you're expecting, "Well, I declare, I've got myself some visitors."
Is this, we never actually asked, but is this another deep gnome?
No, this is not a deep gnome.
Oh.
You take a gander at this fella, and you don't think you've ever seen anything quite like him. He's got a pale grayish skin, as most things do underground, with pointy ears and 2 massive eyes that take up a good 2/3 of his head that are sort of silvery and milky. Like he doesn't have pupils. And you can do history or nature if you want to see if any of you know what he is.
Oh, sure.
Someone who's better at that
8.
could probably.
I crit 20.
There you go.
You have definitely read about these, and now that you think about it, in Professor Moonbrook's room, he's got a little display about them. This little guy is a peck. They live deep, deep, deep underground. They are originally from the elemental plane. They work with stone. They commune with stone. They're like creepy cute.
Dr. Tupp, I presume. It's good to see you.
Oh.
Well, it's a
Really?
pleasure to have you here. Please, just give me 1 second to put my utensils down here. And he sets his pan down and wipes his hands on a towel and comes over to stand and look up at you guys. even looking up at Pidge a little.
Oh, wow.
3'4".
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, so he's actually about your height. Never
Yeah.
mind. But he's very slight. So he's 3.5 foot tall, but he's just very wiry. And he's not got on shoes.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, well, Tupp, I understand you've got a bit of a problem with some sad rocks. We've all been there, right?
Rocks have feelings too.
Yeah.
Wise words, my friend, wise words. Why, yes, the rocks down here, they are powerful upset about something, and I just cannot fathom it. No matter how hard I try, they seem to be quite distressed by something. And, well, I am just a simple stone farmer, so I can't, I don't have the ability to just go adventure and, well, this is a dangerous place down here in the underdark of the world, so I can't just be gallivanting off to find every little nook and cranny that could be making them upset.
I hear that. Can I ask, is the stone sadness stronger in some locations than it is in others? Which would perhaps hint at a direction that it is emanating from? I don't know why I sound so smart all of a sudden. I'm normally very dumb.
Well, they're not sad, son. They're upset.
Oh.
They're agitated. There's something that's just got their gall up, if you catch my meaning.
I don't.
Their hackles, if they had 'em, are quite raised.
Interesting. Well, my friend Runt here knows a thing or two about stones.
They didn't tell you what's wrong?
Well, it's not so much that they can just flat out, tell me. It's more feelings. They're just so upset they can't seem to even form the images, really, for me. You ever met a rock that was so upset that it couldn't even say what was upsetting it? That's an upset rock. And I have a whole cavern of nothing but upset rocks.
You haven't met Rodney.
I
Oh, yeah, Runt's always cheating on his rocks.
can't say that I have met a Rodney. Don't get a lot of visitors down here.
Well, he is a rock. He's very grouchy and sad. Temperamental. We are on
All
a break.
rocks get sad if you take them away. I understand.
You haven't met the right rock yet.
Oh, I have, though. This whole cavern is my right rock.
Oh, but Runt's eyes go wide and just go, hello. He starts waving to the
Tup
cavern itself.
Tup looks around. He looks very proud. It's so delightful to meet someone that understands.
You are very pretty.
Oh, now, don't overflatter her. You'll go to her head, and then she'll just be impossible to deal with for at least a month. But she appreciates it.
Runt just smiles
just so happy.
and blushes.
Well, I assume y'all are quite ready to get on your way and get started. Do you have any other questions for me before I set you on your path?
Ah,
Pidge hasn't heard any of this because she's just so focused on how he's not wearing shoes.
Oh, and his feet are dirty.
Oh, she has major problems with this. She's a cobbler.
do his feet smell like cubes? Gelatinous cubes?
No, they're not wet dirty.
Not
They're
that
just
bad.
So
they're calloused.
I have a dimension door, so as long as we're not 500 feet underground, I could always go up and get shoes.
I have the 4th level spell Fabricate, 1 spell slot in the 4th level, and I'm considering making him a pair of shoes. do I want to burn that cells? I do. I do. Pidge would like to say to him, I noticed that you're not wearing any shoes.
Well, yes, love. How else am I going to keep in contact with my beloved rocks all day? You can't be disconnected.
Got you there.
Use your words.
Well, I guess that can't be helped then. I cringe.
That's what I tell my 4-year-old.
Use your words. I understand you said there's a path you're going to send us on.
Oh, well, yes. There is I've got a slight shaft that'll run a little deeper and off to the west slightly, and that does seem to be the general direction that the agitation seems to be coming from.
Interesting. Canae strokes the beard that he doesn't have. Interesting.
Now, as you will recall in my notice looking for some assistance, payment is in the form of whatever you happen across, and so you are definitely welcome to anything within these mines that you happen across and find of value.
I brought my pick.
Yes. We all have a pickaxe.
Excellent, excellent. It's always best to earn your keep, I say. If you're going to dig, you might as well dig for diamonds.
Diamonds?
And gems. Oh, it's very, very rich caverns down here. My love, she gives me quite the bounty.
Well, I hope she's nice to us as well.
I could make a very good, pretty necklace with the 3 ruby quartz and some diamonds.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. You don't want gold, but you do want gemstones.
It's just pretty.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to sell it. I don't want the gold. They're just pretty.
Yeah.
I could use more shinier things on my stuff.
I will just throw out there that this is a magic world, so if none of these things are naturally occurring in the world together, it's fine.
Oh.
All these things all the gemstones and stuff,
So,
they're here.
To all the geologists listening out there, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, yeah, magic.
Yeah.
Imagination.
So if you did add us, don't add us. Alrighty. Well, right this way then. If you don't have any further questions, I'll happily
I think I'm okay.
take you on.
Would you like me to clean? Would you like clean feet at least? I mean, I got prestidigitation. I could at least clean.
Well, if it'll make you feel better, you are more than welcome.
Sure, I do that. They got clean feet now.
He takes a look at them and goes, well done. Appreciate that. All right, so right this way then. Just leave your cart there. You won't be needing that. You'll have to head on foot, of course. I don't use carts and rails down here. It's way down here in the deep south, as it were.
I get the accent now. I accept his we're going to walk from here offer and remove the pickaxe from the minecart. Carry it with me.
Yeah, got mine. I'm going to whistle while we go as well. Just for a little bit.
Give me a performance check.
I am actually not too bad at that. 14.
It's the delightful whistle. It's a popular tune.
Runt's going to attempt to join in on the whistling. Oh, God.
Oh, harmony.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, actually, it's an 18.
Ooh, it's lovely. You add counter melody.
Jeepers. A bass whistle.
Counter melody, bass whistle, and Tup kind of starts dancing along a little bit while you guys go. Just a slight bopping of the head and the occasional soft shoe type tap.
I might as well join in.
Okay.
Someone's going to do a sour note here. I can feel it.
20.
Yeah.
20.
And just ruin it.
It just
for
keeps
everyone.
getting better.
Okay.
He's-
Yeah, one left to do a really just ruin it for everyone. Perfect.
Well, now I have to. I have a -1 performance.
Oh.
So I got a 16 on the die.
Oh,
-1
shit.
is 15.
Better than
Yeah,
mine.
he full on stops and does a whole soft shoe routine right in the middle of the. He's digging it. You guys have really. Boy, it has been a minute since we have had some music down here. You all are just a true delight, I swear. He continues to boogie.
We should start that band we've been talking about.
Yeah.
The fire breathing
a-
whistlers.
Rock band.
A rock band.
Well, music with rocks in has always been my favorite. Okay, and he takes you to a rough-hewn tunnel that leads off of one of the main shafts that he's carved in. And as you guys have passed, you've seen the walls just glitter with all kinds of tiny flecks of gem and so forth. And he sort of gives a grandiose arm gesture to the dark corridor and goes, I believe the issue is right down that way. And the rocks will let me know if you need any assistance or if, you're successful, just come right back this way. And that's where we'll take our break.
Yay.
Okay.
Yay!
Joining us this time was Runt,
Hello.
Canae,
Bonjour.
Imeri,
I will see you guys in just a minute for you guys.
and Pidge.
Ja mata. We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. You can find new episodes by subscribing through your podcast player or by visiting firebreathingkittenspodcast.com. Can you think of a friend who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. We don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is through your support. Tweet #FireBreathingKittensPodcast, and we may, in a future episode, name a non-playable character after you. Leave us a review on iTunes, and we'll read your review at the end of an episode.
Hello! You may recognize my voice from this very episode of Fire Breathing Kittens. Should you, for some strange reason, wish to hear more of it, you can do so on my very own podcast, where I break down all the media I consume into the following segments: movie monologue, television talk, book banter, game gabbin, and internet intercourse. For the name of the podcast, why don't we ask my good friend Gilbert Gottfried?
The Libro Cube Podcast.
Thanks, Gil.
The LibroCube, LIBROCUBE podcast can be found in all the usual podcast places.
Welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. Today we're joined by Runt,
Hello.
Canae,
Hi.
Imeri,
Welcome back.
and Pidge.
Hi!
Alrighty, so everybody roll a d20.
Lucky 12.
6.
8.
14.
Alright, I got an 11. I don't know if you could see. So it seems like 12 was the closest, right?
Oh boy.
Tell us, what happened last time?
This is the first time I've had to do this, and I'm bad with names, so keep that in mind.
Alright.
We started off in the Fire Breathing Kittens Guild, as you do. One mission left that was apparently a little stale because no one wanted to do it. It involved going down a shaft in a mine to stop rocks from being sad and upset. We have descended into the shaft after meeting the owner of the mine, Marvelous Marv. Question mark? I think that might be right. A certain other gnome seems to be somewhat infatuated with its Marvelous Marv. We battled some cubic jello-like oozes, which we thoroughly defeated. And now we're about to go deeper, just like in that movie where we have to go deeper. What's the name of that movie?
The
movie,
Descent?
Deeper?
We have to go deeper, but it's into dreams, and it's got
Inception.
Inception. That's the name of the movie that we're doing right now, except in a mine and not in a dream.
This is funny because Inception is the concept of giving someone else an idea and making them say it. So he made us say Inception.
Hey, see? I meant to do that, obviously. And that's where we are.
Very meta.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right. Well, it's kind of D&D in general. We're all being inceptioned all the time.
Oh, no.
Well, that's kind of good news, guys. It's all just a dream. We'll be okay.
It's all right. We got Johnny. We got John with us. Right?
Who?
D&D, the game you can play from quarantine.
Woohoo!
Oh, yeah.
All right, you've just said goodbye to Tup, and which formally his name is Errol Tupper, if you need to know that ever.
Before we leave, I pat him on the head. Just,
You stay safe down there, big fella.
we plan on it.
Best of luck to all of you.
Thanks, Tup.
And off we go.
Okay. So you guys travel underground for a couple of hours, really, because there's just not a lot of activity. Do you want to do any investigations or checks or anything to
Sure.
do something other than blindly walk around tunnels in the dark?
You said like the walls were like sparkling with gems, practically?
Yeah.
So I might be, as we're walking with my pickaxe out, just take a few steps, take a pick, take a few steps, take a pick, and fill my pockets with diamonds worth millions of dollars.
So
Is my hope.
for investigation, I rolled a 17 plus 3, 20.
Runt is going to do the same thing, but he's going to say, thank you very much, each time he does it.
Okay. Oh, to getting
Millions.
shinies. Okay.
Yes.
All right, Imeri, were you gathering shinies or were you investigating for?
I was investigating, but I could also gather shinies and do a little bit of both.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to fill your pockets full of various bits. Like right now on the surface area, it's very small shinies, and you're still getting clumps of rock along with it.
I have a bag of holding. We could keep stuff in.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
11.
So you guys are having some fun periodically, using your. I know Canae said he's using his pickaxe. Is anybody else doing that level of gather?
Nah, I don't have proficiency in that.
I
I'd
will.
be just as likely to crack a rock in half.
I will. I guess.
Yeah, I'll be using my pickaxe. And if there are any loose rocks, I would just like to pick them up every once in a while and go, are you sad? How was your day?
All right, so what? Are there any mechanics behind your talking to rocks, or is that?
It's just kind of flavor text,
Okay.
sort of thing. It's not a real mechanic sort of thing.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we weren't missing something.
Yeah, just like
Or-
I'm marrying it with Nahiri.
Okay.
In the past, we've allowed him to speak to an individual stone that he picks up,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
holding
Yeah,
in a conversation and giving it a name.
Yeah, I just didn't want to short him anything if there was mechanics involved. Okay.
Okay.
So you can pick up rocks periodically, and they tell you they're up. They're not. It's not so much words. It's just they all just seem very agitated, and the loose ones you'll get like terse, like, no, I'm fine. It's fine.
Oh, God. It's worse.
Angsty teenager.
I mean, yeah, just come through, do what you want. It's fine.
I mean, is that really a teenage thing?
Kind of. Well, I can't get... You guys talk to them. I can't get anything out of them.
Aww.
Rocks these days. They just keep saying they're fine, but I know they're not.
I plead the fifth on that one.
I should have read that book about rock talking with your rocks. I'm a bad rock parent.
No. You're not a regular rock dad. You're a cool rock dad.
With the rock dad jokes.
I used to be rock cool. Then they grew up.
All right, I need everyone to give me perception checks.
Uh-oh.
11.
Also 11.
Well, that's funny. I just rolled my passive perception. 14.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
12.
That's my passive is 14.
Okay. Well, you guys are walking and talking for a few hours, periodically stopping with your picks to get some jewels, and thus don't notice as two shapes step out of the shadow. Well, it's all shadows because it's all dark, and you're all working off of dark vision. So they just sort of step from around a bend, and they will get a jump on you guys in this round of initiative that you are all going to now roll.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
9.
14.
3.
6.
We're really not paying attention.
All right, what did you get, Canae
9.
and Imeri?
14.
Woohoo! All right, these two humanoid figures step out from around the corner, and what was the marching order? I should have gotten that before we started. We are all kind of clustered, not clustered, but you're kind of together, I would imagine. Just a general grouping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pidge would not be in front.
We would push Pidge in front.
Runt would be in front. He would take the initiative if offered.
With Imeri probably second. She's kind of tankish / healer.
Pidge doesn't want to be last either.
Well, my general walking, picking probably slowed me down and put me in the rear. There you go.
Okay. Excellent. So one of these guys is going to step out and take two swings at Runt with his scimitars and gets a 17 and a 9 to hit. I'm assuming, yeah, the 9 doesn't, but I believe the 17 just does.
Yes.
Just hits?
Well, a little over just. And you're going to take 4 points of slashing damage. The other one steps over to Imeri and swings at Imeri.
How rude.
It misses with one. It gets a 22 to hit with the other.
Yeah, it hits.
And you're going to take 9 points of damage from their scimitars.
Ooh, I don't like that.
And Imeri, you are up. And these guys, they don't really say much other than just the grunts from hitting you. Just general battle sounds.
What do they look like?
They are humanoid, but they've both got goggles on.
Okay, I am going to cast Suggestion on the one that hit me, because it's within reach right now.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Fails.
Alright, I am going to tell him to walk up to the surface.
All right. And read suggestion for us.
You suggest a course of activity, limited to a sentence or two, and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. The suggestion must be worded in such a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a spear immolate itself, or do some other obviously harmful act, ends the spell.
Right. Does it say? It doesn't say how long it lasts, right? It's just.
The target must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration. If the suggested activity can be completed in a shorter time, the spell ends when the subject finishes what it was asked to do.
Does it say spell duration then? It has one.
Is it?
It's an
Duration,
hour, I think.
concentration up to 8 hours.
Up to 8 hours. Wow.
So you are concentrating,
Yeah, she is.
and he shrugs and goes, "Oh, excuse me. Pardon. If I could just get past you there. I'm just gonna see you later, Valchon. I'm gonna go." And the other one's like, "Dude, what are you doing? It's just Reggie, get back here." "No, I'm gonna just feel like a walk. Just gonna go for a walk." "You're an idiot, Reggie. You're an idiot." "Valshad, you don't have to be mean." "No, I'm definitely going for a walk."
I need to go cool off.
"Excuse me." "Oh, hey there, big guy. Sorry, I'm just gonna step around you here."
But by all means, I kind of do a hand gesture and kind of let him go.
And he just walks off.
Imeri died.
Oh, she's dying laughing.
Oh, thanks for that.
Runt is really confused. Thought we were doing a thing, but okay.
Valshan is also very confused. His partner just... Canae?
Can I say to this guy, well, I guess it's, 1 versus 4. I probably just give up at this point, right? Your friend's gone. Why not just not attack us? Look, we're pretty good-natured. We didn't kill that guy. We just sent him up to the surface. It's a beautiful day out there.
So are you just persuading?
Trying to.
All right. Well, there's a check for that.
All right. Which I am 16.
I'm curious, what does the enemy roll against that?
There's different... It's not a contested.
It's just like a set DC.
Yeah, so there's different DCs based on whether or not they're already hostile to you or if they're indifferent. So there's different sets that you go after.
My hope was the circumstances of his friend just leaving has lowered this DC enough that maybe I could have convinced him, but we will see.
All right, well, seeing as how his friend did just walk off, the DC did lower a little bit, 'cause it is hard to keep your gusto in the face of that kind of outnumbering. So it's just enough to make him hesitate and be... Who are you people? What are you doing down here? You need to get out of here. And he shouts back up the hallway, "Reggie, if the boss finds out, you're dead, man. I'm just saying."
Who's the boss? Angela Bauer?
Sure, yeah.
I would like to turn to him and try to intimidate him, going, "You hit me. There's a reason not to hit you back. Tell me who's in charge." I just kind of loom over him.
All right, give me an intimidation check.
-1. Oh, a 4.
That actually gets his bravery back up a little bit. And he was like, "No, you're in my house. What are you doing here?" And he's not attacking, but he's not letting you pass either. He's not cowing down. I don't need Reggie anyway."
We're trying to be civilized about this. Why don't you just tell us who your boss is? And if it's a significantly scary individual, we'll probably just leave.
Is it Pidge's turn?
Yeah, let's see. The Canae front. Yeah, it's you. Because he's spending his turn mouthing off.
Okay. Kinda. I reach to my necklace, where there is a ceramic hand on a leather loop. and I tug, and the two magnets that hold the leather loop together pull apart, and I hold the clay hand in my own. I choose a 5-foot square of unoccupied space on the ground that I can see within range. A medium hand, so a medium. This is like as bigger than me, probably, because I'm only 3 feet
definitely.
tall.
You're small.
Made from compacted soil, rises there and reaches for one creature I can see within 5 feet of it, which will be, what was his name? Garson?
It's Valshan.
Valshan. Please make a strength saving throw.
That's going to be a 10.
Ooh, my spell save DC is 15. So on a failed save, the target takes 2d6 bludgeoning damage and is restrained for the spell's duration. So I just grab him in my earthen hand, and he also takes 3 damage of constriction because I'm holding his arms flat against his side, and yeah. To break out, the restrained target can make a strength check against my spell save DC, but I can reach for him again. So
He's in trouble.
He can't flee, and I lean forward. I'm 3 feet 4 inches tall.
Yeah, he's going like, what the heck? Get this! What are you doing?
And I motion with my fist, and I say, "Do you want me to squeeze? Tell us who your boss is." I can't actually squeeze it, but it's a good intimidation.
All right, well, give me an intimidation check with advantage.
Yay! I've never actually intimidated anybody before, so I don't even know where that is. It's a 10 because I'm not good at this.
Yep. Because I'm not telling you nothing. Imeri.
Oh, I can squeeze it.
I don't know if I want to...
And Reggie's like way far. He's definitely heading out. You can't even see him in the darkness anymore.
Look, unless you want to join Reggie, I suggest you tell us who your boss is. Imeri is going to light up her hand and try to intimidate him too.
Wait, you're saying if I don't tell you that I could also go for a walk? Because, I mean, that doesn't seem like
anywhere.
Seems like the worst thing ever.
I will have you... I don't know.
All right, but what did you get on your intimidation?
That is a... Intimidation, where's... +3, 18.
All right. He does some quick math in his head. He knows this isn't looking up for him at all.
Don't forget to carry the 1.
Oh yeah, I always forget that. Okay, look, if you'll let me go, I mean I can tell you who our immediate boss is, but I don't know who she works for.
That's a start.
So who is it?
It's are you gonna like? Can you do something about this hand? It's squeezing awfully hard. I'm just saying.
Yeah, you tell us. You tell us, and we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, you tell us who it is, and we will allow you to go join Reggie.
All right, fine. It's this cat, this woman, this Tabaxi. We work for her. She has this collar captain. I don't know what her real name is, and we work for her. We're just guarding some stuff. This is, nobody's getting hurt down here exactly. Mostly.
What color coat does this Tabaxi have?
It's like blackish.
What are you doing down here?
Does she wear a jewel-colored scarf?
I've not seen her with a scarf on.
Does she have little spots like fingerprints underneath the blackness, like a leopard spots?
Maybe. I only see her when she pops in down here. There's not a lot of light. Don't know if you've noticed.
Yeah. Does she have yellow eyes?
Maybe. But she brings stuff here for a little bit. Some other people come and get it. That's all. We're just here to keep the stuff, and she's got other stuff.
What stuff?
Where's the stuff kept?
He kind of nods back down the corridor further in.
Alright.
But hey, listen, if you'll just let me go, I'll go join Reggie. You guys, find your fate down here. That's fine. I'll be on my way. I don't get paid enough for this.
What do you guys say? Should I let him go?
Yeah, let him go.
Yeah.
Okay, I let the hand go, but I keep the hand existing. The hand just releases him. It's still there.
puts his hands up by his shoulders, showing that they're empty. So I could go?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Oh, it's a pleasure doing business with you.
Just as he's walking away, I'm gonna like just run and catch up with him for a second, and I'm gonna give him 1 gold coin, and I'm gonna say, listen, in the final battle of good versus evil, consider joining my side, which is of course the evil one.
He looks down at
I
you.
roll perception.
Okay. What are you? Oh,
Just to see it.
I want to roll
Okay.
perception to see if I hear this.
okay.
Versus my stealth.
Yeah, if you're trying to be stealthy about it.
Yeah, that's why I waited for him to go away. 15.
All right. What'd you get?
I rolled a 17.
Oh.
That'll be it.
So yeah, you do overhear it. You also overhear Valshan going, "Hey, listen, man, you seem all right." And this is after he's walked well past everyone. We've established that.
Just remember who
But-
intimidated you.
So since you seem all right, I was just gonna tell you, you might just want to stand back this way. And he puts his fingers up to his mouth and he blows a whistle sound. He does that cool, like, whee, with his... And you guys, from further down the corridor, hear a roar, and the cavern starts to tremble. And he's like, so, good luck with that. And puts his hands in his pockets and just starts to mosey back up the path.
And don't hurt Tup.
I have a feeling Tup can take care of himself. Seems like a resourceful sort.
All right, we're going to keep initiative. Yeah. All right, I'm going to get rid of those guys. There is a reddish light that starts to make its way up the corridor towards you from the black depths of this mine shaft / cavern corridor. And the ground rumbles and quakes. And coming from around a bend, you see a massive form, a bestial shape wreathed in infernal flames that seems to pulse in and out of existence, becoming solid as it steps forward and immediately starting to fade away as it moves. It stands on 4 trunk-like legs, and its powerful body reaches up to about 16 feet at the shoulder. Its head has large, flapping, fan-like ears on either side, and it has a short snout that's blunted, and it has a long, wicked horn jutting from its muzzle. This is a huge creature, and it bellows, and then rushes at you. And we're in the same... Well, no, Canae, you moved back.
See, evilness pays.
I should have made little miniatures for myself.
I'm really glad I didn't dismiss my hand.
Yeah, smart.
Okay. Actually, yeah. Hang on just one sec. I'm going to first stop my keyboard from rocking around. That would be nice. This will be Pidge. This will be Canae. Runt. And Imeri. Does anybody want to try to figure out what this thing is?
Did you say it was on fire? Is that like where
It
the red
is.
glow is coming
It
from?
is. Yeah. It itself is wreathed in infernal flames. Big fan-like ears on either side of its face. And a snout with a big horn at the end of it.
I honestly have no idea. Canae well, maybe Canae knows, but I, the player, do not.
Canae is a demon cavorting evil character, right?
I am Inferno. And I speak Inferno.
And you speak Inferno. You should roll.
Yeah, what should I do? A history roll? See if I've seen this before?
You could do nature or arcana.
Arcana? Okay, Arcana is slightly better. 11.
You're not familiar.
You can chat with it.
It's some sort of infernal beast, but you don't know what. There's a lot of crazy things down there.
I didn't spend too much time down there. It was a little hectic for my liking.
Can Pidge do an arcana check?
Are you? Yeah, you can. Your DC will be higher, though, since you're not...
Infernal myself? That's
Right.
true. All right, then I got a 19 on my arcana check. Have I read about this in a book?
No. This is definitely something of... This is not a common creature, even for an infernal weirdness.
All right.
It almost seems like an amalgamation of creatures.
Okay. Well, can you talk to it, Canae?
Yes. In Infernal, I could say, hello. How are you today, creature? Pleased to meet you. My name's Canae. These are my friends.
Yep. Unfortunately, it is a beast, so it do not speak.
Mm-hmm.
Aww.
But it does charge. So it stomps one of its big feet or not hooves, just these big, almost like three-toed flat trunk feet, and sort of winks out of existence, and the ground rumbles, and Runt, you're in the front, right?
Yep.
It reappears right before it hits you, and it tries to gore you with its big horn, and it gets a 21.
Jeez.
That hits.
He's a big beefy boy. And you're going to take, it'll be 12 points of piercing damage, and I need a strength save.
I am at 20 hit points. Strength. Okay. A 12?
All right. You are knocked prone, and it's going to try to stomp you, but it doesn't. You manage to roll out of its way as it tries to stomp, but you're prone. And Imeri, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna break my concentration on Reggie, and I'm going to witch bolt this thing. It's 12 plus 6, 18.
18 does hit, yes. Somewhere way up the corridor, somebody goes, "Wait, what am I?" And then another voice goes, "Forget about it, man. Just keep going. I let him loose."
27 damage
Ooh. What kind of damage is it?
of lightning.
Cool. It bellows.
And that is a concentration.
Okay, that's right. So it keeps like.
Yes, very Emperor Palpatine-ish.
Canae.
I'm going to start by summoning a tentacle from the ground. Within 60 feet of me. Is he within 60 feet of me? I
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well.
Presume? Okay.
Yeah,
so
because you would have only had to have gone about 30 to catch up to that dude.
That's a bonus action, and he's going to take 3 cold damage from that. And then I'm also going to attack him with a Ray of Frost, because I have the assumption that all this cold damage versus this fiery thing is going to perhaps be good. That's a 21? Yeah, 21 to hit.
Hit? Yes.
And that will be 5 damage of the cold variety, and it is slowed by 10 feet. And I'm going to back up enough that I'm still within 60 feet of it, ideally.
Excellent.
And that'll be me. Oh, did it seem like my cold, didn't like it?
Yeah,
I mean, of course it's not going to like it, but...
Yeah, it did seem it was very impactful.
All right. Brr. I hope you brought your toque. I say aloud. It's a great laughter from everyone.
I don't know what a toque is.
Perfect. Dumb. All right.
Okay. And Runt. This thing just tried to stomp on you.
So I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to attack it twice, as once, and then attack both with fists. Actually, no, once with my staff, once with the fist as a free action. And that is going to be a 20, dirty 20, and a 16 to hit.
16 does not, but the dirty 20 does.
Okay, so that will be 11 damage. And then I'm going to use my next action to do wholeness of body and cure myself of 25 hit points.
Ooh.
Back up to 45.
Important.
And I am going to move first I'm going, of course, half my movement was standing up, so I'm going to back away. I'm going to try to get behind it, actually, if it's possible.
You can join my tentacle back there.
Yeah, so you're just scooching around it rather than moving out of.
Yeah, I'm trying to get behind it. Yes.
Okay. You make it about 3/4 of the way around it with your because you half your movement, and this is a big, huge-sized fella. Huge. Pidge?
Is it within 5 feet of my earthen hand?
See, it was on. Yeah, we'll say it is.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm going to try to grab and restrain it. Please make a strength saving throw.
All right. Is there a creature size limitation to your spell?
There's not.
It's not huge. Could be wrong.
It doesn't say any
No.
limitations. I can read out the full thing for you, but you choose a 5-foot square of unoccupied space. A medium hand rises there and reaches for one creature you can see within 5 feet of it. The target must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes bludgeoning damage and is restrained for the spell's duration. As an action, I can cause the hand to crush. To break out, it makes a strength check. On a success, it escapes. As an action, I can cause the hand to reach for a different creature or to move to a different unoccupied space within 30 feet. Oh, okay. See, yeah. The hand releases a restrained target if I do either. So if I do cause it to reach for a different creature or move to a different space. There's no size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure, because
it's a medium hand, if that helps. So, like, its ability to restrain things might be limited by its size. But it is not officially limited on size.
All right, well, it got a 24 on its strength check.
Oh, this hand is pointless. I'm going to just dissolve the hand. That's pointless. It's never going to... My DC is 15. It's never going to...
It's a great big fella.
Yeah. So strong. The hand melts into the earth again. And I'd like to get as far away from it as I can. So, is it possible for me to get 35 feet away without provoking an attack of opportunity?
Yeah, because you weren't right on it. So I'll
Cool.
leave you. I've made myself a little grid in front of me. Put you back there.
Excellent.
All right. And it tried to get that. And it is the Helifino's turn. And it is going to, let's see, you moved behind it, so, or around it. So it sees Imeri.
Oh, no.
So it winks out and rushes, reappears right as it's about to hit you, and gets a 18 to hit.
That hits.
That is 12 points of piercing damage and a strength save from you, please. And when it winks out, it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity in case anybody.
Is a natural 20.
All right, you do not get knocked over. You plant your feet just right and shift your shoulders, and even though it gouges your arm with its horn, you aren't knocked down. It is your turn, Imeri.
All right, so what's concentration? Because I just got hit. That is...
10 or half the damage if it's more than 10.
So just roll your d20 and add your constitution.
All right, so 14 plus con 16.
You're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, so it takes 6 lightning damage, and it is about to get some
Uh-oh. Something bad for Ed.
radiance damage.
Ooh.
All right, that's 18, 24 to hit
Yes, that hits.
for 9 damage. Radiant.
It really takes that radiant damage. It really does not like that radiant damage. The cold and the radiant really doesn't seem to be its favorite stuff.
As Imeri just points at it and a flame-like radiance descends on the creature.
It flaps its ears and it kind of rears a little bit and bugles.
And then she's going to use 3 of her pool to get 8 damage, 8 HP back, and step back 30 feet.
All right. You gonna You're gonna provoke. Are you okay with that?
I'll stay where I am. Hopefully it sees Runt.
Thanks.
All right, Canae.
So my tentacle's gonna move up behind it again and give a little slap on the bottom for 7 cold damage. And I am going to cone of cold. That's something else, I bet. Ray of Frost. It's faced for 12. I don't think that'll hit.
No, that doesn't hit.
It probably, felt pretty cold in this room for a second, so that's something. And I will move back yet again, and that will be my turn.
So you're moving back. Runt.
So I pre-rolled these.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to jump on its back and use animal handling to get it under control.
Did say beast.
Yeah, it is a beast.
I rolled a 15 for the athletics, which is +4.
That'll get you on its back.
Animal handling, I rolled a natural 20. +2.
All right. It huffs and puffs. It breathes a big bunch of hot air out right in Imeri's face.
Ooh.
But just sort of rocks around on its feet a little bit like a horse that's not quite sure what its rider is wanting it to do right now.
I'm going to take a rope out of my... Will I be able to tie a rope around this thing like a leash? Would that be possible?
It's going to be difficult for you to do that from on its back because it's got a great big thick neck.
Yeah, so...
But, I mean, it's all really about knee pressure,
Yeah, I'm just kind of sitting there. I'm just kind of like petting what's the equivalent of his mane to calm him down. Just kind of like, there, boy. There. We are friends.
Yeah, so it's basically the body of an elephant, but the face of a rhinoceros, and it's from hell. So it's a hellafino. Yeah.
So it's just calmed down for a moment? No?
Yeah, it seems to be responding to you. It's still shifting its weight. Imeri's got a lot of hot breath in her face, and it's grunting, but it's not, doesn't seem to be doing, it's not its turn yet, but so far you feel like you're doing a great job. All right, Pidge. From way back in the back, you see Runt atop this great big beast.
Once again, I don't want to blow up Runt, and Runt is on top of the creature. So I had prepared to turn my mouth into a kitten's mouth and spew fire or frost at it, but now that Runt's on top of it, I change my mind, and I call out to Runt and I say, "How's it going?"
It's calming down. He's
Oh.
a good fella. Aren't you a good whatever the hell you
So
are?
I will. So I will walk up to it and try to, since he's kind of calming it down, I'm going to follow his lead. And I'm going to first try to feed it. I have a necklace around my neck, and when I kind of reach for the necklace with my hand, I pull out 20 good berries. So these are good food, very filling. And I'm going to offer the good berries to the creature and try to slip some rope up to Runt. Or I don't know. No, I'm just going to do the good berries. So,
All right, so you can
try
give
to
me
give food.
animal handling with advantage.
Okay.
Let
This is
him
not-
smell your hand.
This is not my... It's not my forte. With advantage, that was a 9.
You start to reach your hand up, and it breathes out real fast, and all of the good berries go flying off of your hand. So you just offer it an empty hand, and it starts to turn away from you, and is...
Maybe it doesn't eat fruit, you guys.
You need to establish dominance.
Okay, that's the end of my turn. I'm not gonna try anything else.
All right, I'm gonna give it a little Oh, it failed its wisdom save. So yeah, it's really starting to respond to you, Runt. It doesn't seem to care for the rest of the party much, but you're finding just the right amount of pressure and cooing sounds to make to this big thing. Its flames have kind of subsided somewhat. Its hindquarters are all but like flickered out of existence. It kind of like just where you're on it is still visibly solid. It's sort of ghost-like in its other parts.
I'm gonna try to turn. Actually, let me know when it's my turn.
And yeah, that's what it does. Imeri, what would you like to do?
How damaged does it look?
Not
Damaged at all?
nothing that it couldn't. A good nap wouldn't fix.
Alright, then I'm gonna break concentration on the witch bolt and ready a sacred flame.
Okay.
In 50, you have to ready it like based on a very specific
If
trigger.
Oh, yeah.
it tries to attack again.
Okay.
Canae, did I hear? Yes.
Yes.
I am going to, right in front of its face, put a little bonfire, a nice warm one for it to snuggle up beside. Clearly it's being made of flame. Probably will appreciate that. And despite it being a beast, maybe because it's from the infernal planes, I'm going to talk to it again in infernal, just calming words, mimicking Runt's example, and just try to keep it calm, cool, and collected. Calm, warm, and collected, actually, now that I think about it.
Calm, comfy.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, you can also give me an animal handling with advantage.
Okay.
It does seem to like
Ooh.
that bonfire.
Okay, well, I got a nat 20, so I'm just going to roll the ones.
Oh, it bumps your shoulder and nuzzles like the head rub that horses do. But
Huh?
it's also huge, so it almost knocks you over. This is a great guard dog.
Good boy or girl or thing.
Hard to say. It's all faded out in the back.
Literally can't tell.
And I think with that, it like full on just like sits down on its haunches and Runt kind of starts to slide back a little bit. But you can still be on it. It's just an unexpected butt thump on the ground.
I'm gonna see if it'll respond to my commands.
Okay.
Like turn around and walk. See if we can ride it. Do I have to do another animal handling for that, or
Not with 2 natural 20s involved.
okay?
Yeah, so you kind of give it a yip yip and a nudge with your heel. It stands back up, and you're able to use the pressure of your knees to get it to turn back down the hallway the way it came.
If it'll help too, I can keep this sort of bonfire in front of it, almost like a carrot on a stick.
Yeah.
Keep them nice and toasty.
Not that it's going to hear me, understand me, but I'm going to try to whisper in its ear, like, find your home. And just urge it to go back the way it came.
All right, so you guys follow this great big hell beast back down the corridor. There's a wide open cavern it takes it about 20 minutes for it to walk there, so it's a pretty good distance. But you're all able to keep up. Grunt stops it periodically.
Anybody else want to ride on it?
I think you're doing a fine job up there. I'm good.
I am going to call him Spot.
Because you found him in this spot, right?
Sure.
Right, he takes you down to this, or it takes you to this great big corridor, and you can hear the sounds of water, like ocean waves, kind of echoing around. And there's a great big nest of like lava rocks that it goes over to and paws around in and walks around in a circle and then plops down into. And then,
Home. Home sweet home.
Thank you, friend. I just kind of pat him and go, thank you, Spot.
and it sort of huffs
And
and puts its head down.
I dismount.
All right, you guys are in this cavern, and also it's not quite as dark because even though the Hell if I Know is calmed down and is whole body isn't all fiery and vivid. There's still a nice glow coming off of bits of him, so you're able to see around the room, or the chamber, rather. And when you do...
Do I see any... I was going to say, do I see any massive diamonds?
You don't see any massive diamonds, but what you do see are several crates.
Full of massive diamonds? I do own and have a crowbar, which is good for opening crates such as this. You know what? I'll even say, Runt, you ever use one of these and hand up my crowbar?
Can't say that I have.
Well,
I could probably figure it out.
All right. Would anybody care to do an investigation check before you pop these crates open?
Before he pops the crates open, I inspect the area that we're in. I'm looking for tracks on the ground, evidence of people smuggling things in and stuff like that.
Traps.
I got a 19 traps. Yeah.
With your investigation check, you don't find any traps, but you do find various tracks around the room or the chamber, and there's a corridor that's hidden in behind a jut of rock that you probably wouldn't have noticed if you hadn't been carefully going around every inch of this room. And as you look down that corridor, you can see it looks like a cage has been set up in a little pocket chamber back that way. Like pieces would have had to have been brought in and set up in there. And yep, that's what you can see from where you're at.
Is the cage empty?
You've got dark vision. No, there is definitely a figure lying in the floor of the cage.
Okay, I'm gonna creep back out without waking that figure up and tell my friends.
I'm out of spell slots.
I got a couple. I said 2.
Well, I was gonna try to cure wounds it.
Oh.
See if
Maybe it's just sleeping.
Yeah. I'll go in and I'll try to check on the person.
So I stop you with my arm reached out and I'm like, let's get more information before we try to alert the thing in the cage that we're here. It is very empathetic and, I feel bad for it that it's in a cage. But what's the size of it?
Humanoid? Normal?
Ooh, I do feel empathetic. Yeah. All right, let's go free the person in the cage.
Yeah, I'm gonna go try to go in there.
Yeah, I go too.
Well, Runt and I are popping boxes open.
Yeah.
It's not the first time I've been in a cage.
That's true, last week. Can I have picked up the good berries that were scattered?
You can give me just just roll a d20. We'll see how many you found, because you said you had 20, right?
I rolled a 15 on 20.
You found 15 of them.
Okay, I take them in my hand with me as I walk with Imeri into this possible trap.
All right, well, while that's happening, Runt and Canae, crowbar. Action.
Let me see how I could figure this out. I'm going to do an intelligence check to see if I figure how to use the crowbar right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Canae could offer help, but decides against it. So he wants to see what happens here.
I rolled an 8 with no modifier.
Yeah, you look at the crowbar, you look at the crates, you look at the crowbar, you look at the crates, you look at Canae.
Well, there's a couple ways you can go about this. There's the traditional way, which is jam that sort of sharp in and use it as a lever, which is the simplest machine, and pry it open, or you could just whack it with either side until it breaks open. I would recommend, since this is your first time, try the pry method. You might find you like it better.
Like this, and I put the long end in and just sort of try to jimmy it.
That's it. Jimmy away.
All right, you pop it open. On the inside of the crate, there's a stamp on the lid, on the underside, that says, "Property of Azrine's amazing stuff." And it's packed full of sawdust.
Free sawdust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to dig in there to see if I can feel around for anything.
All right. You find a wooden mask and
Somebody stop him.
some kind of, looks like a whip in this box.
Is Canae feeling ethically bound to stop him?
No.
Okay, well then he's not stopped.
Someone's having a good time.
There's more boxes.
Masks and whips.
Are you gonna open all the boxes? I guess we'll just do that.
Yes.
Okay, you open all the boxes and you find a mask, an axe, what look like almost like knitting needles, but there's a braided quarterstaff. There's a bow. Make sure I'm getting all the things.
I'm gonna say to Runt that
There's actually two staffs.
that Imeri can tell us if any of this stuff is magic as well, which will be helpful.
And what looks kind of like a badge, and it's a little golden badge.
Officer Runt.
I take the badge and I pin it. Kind of put it on my my little jumpsuit.
I'll help him.
Does it say anything on the badge?
No, it's just it's a little golden badge that it looks like a shield, little tiny.
Can I put the mask on?
Sure.
I hand him the whip because I have. I can I take the staffs and just kind of stow them, like.
Sure.
Just,
yes.
Cross your back?
Yep. Yes.
All right. You
Like
put the
Donatello.
wooden mask on, and you get the sense that it's magical, but it might take some time to. You might have to spend some time with it to really figure out what it'll do for you.
All right. Well, should we see what the what's going on in that cage there, Runt, now that we've busted all these boxes open?
I'll send you guys little card images of what you just found.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Meanwhile, in the cave with the cage, Pidge and Imeri, you approach the cave.
Yes.
Yeah.
Says resignedly.
All right. There is a figure laying in the bottom of the cage. It seems to be wearing just a burlap rucksack as clothing. There's dark black skin. The figure is super emaciated.
Oh. I definitely don't feel happy about its captivity. I'd like to talk to it. I say, hello.
You're talking to what?
The thing in the cage.
Oh, the figure?
Yeah.
It weakly rolls over and kind of looks at you, and it's the weirdest looking thing that you've seen, and you've just seen a peck. You weren't sure what a tabaxi would look like without fur, but apparently if one is malnourished and kept in a cage, all its fur will fall off. And looking back at you is the sunken, sallow face of Azreen Taboba, who has apparently been kept captive in this cage for months.
Oh my goodness.
no.
Yeah, okay. I definitely I don't even look for a key, although I did roll very high. I'm minor alchemy the metal into balsa wood, if that is allowed by the DM.
Yeah.
And then I snap the bars like twigs, and I hand her 15 good berries, which satisfy her as much as a day's worth of food. That's probably the best thing for a starving person, right?
Yeah,
super
good berry.
low on this size. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a day's worth of ration in each blueberry. Azreen!
I was gonna rip it off.
You kind of have to help her. She's got 5 levels of exhaustion. She can't move.
All right. Imeri's gonna do a medicine
She's
check.
almost dead. Like, they've kept her just barely alive.
I put good berries in her mouth and I make her chew.
You do that. All right, Imeri, what was that you wanted to do?
She do like a medicine check to see if there's any way she could help her.
Sure. Roll a medicine check.
9.
Yeah, you're not. I mean, the good berries seem like a good idea, but getting her out of here and to some medical help, she's gonna need like a lot of rest and a lot of like weeks of
Recuperation.
care. Yep.
If I had a spell slot, I could dimension door us out of here.
If we only had a way we can transport her.
Oh, we do. I'm first gonna call you guys and say, you guys, Azreen's over here and she looks real starved.
Didn't we think she was like evil and behind some stuff? Wasn't that what the gist of the opening was sort of implying? Or did we
It's
just
an
think yeah, so she's not evil anymore?
No.
Probably.
It's an imposter.
She was held hostage by someone. Okay, so do you guys run over?
Yes,
Because
yes,
you got
yes.
your stuff out of the crates. Okay. How strong is Runt?
Come on, boy. Come on, boy. I'm going to call
It gets
Spot
up.
to follow us.
It can't fit back in the corridor, but it can come over to the area.
I sort of see her and hand her my decanter of endless water so she can have as much to drink as she likes.
All right, you guys help her hydrate.
I'm going to pick her up.
She
very
sort of
gently.
mews a little.
Strength. Aww. Strength of 14.
Yeah, she weighs almost nothing at this point. You're not gonna. She's mostly just long. She's like 6 feet tall, but she's got to weigh like maybe 60 pounds right now.
Aww. Does it look like riding on the back of this thing would be bumpy and mildly painful to her? Because I can put her in a bottle by making her into a gaseous form.
She
That
could
might be
always
more comfortable.
ride a were-tiger out.
Well, Runt, having just had a nice little trip on the back of Spot, knows that the large shifting shoulders of this beast was more just like a rocking side-to-side motion. Have you ever ridden an elephant?
No.
When you were a kid?
Rode a camel.
Yeah. When I was a kid. It's just a big rocking back and forth motion. It's actually pretty smooth.
Rock her back to sleep. Get rid of that exhaustion. Perfect.
Good. Yeah, that's perfect.
If
for
we
this kitty.
if we take a long rest down here, I could dimension door 500 feet.
Do you have to know where we're going, where we are?
I could just say like 500 feet up. or
Into solid rock?
direction. Or somewhere. I don't know how far down if it's within 500 feet, I
You're
could say.
like miles underground at this
Oh.
point.
How
Okay.
close are we to Tup? Is that within?
I mean, you're still a couple miles from Tup because you traveled a long way.
Do you guys have message?
Yeah.
I have a send-in stone.
Can you tell someone about this? Because we are currently the only one who's aware.
Oh.
I mean, it's only attuned to Detective Layan
Well, that's someone.
and Mikhail.
Yeah.
Alright, so I use my sending stone to alert Detective Layan and see if he could possibly send aid down.
Or if we don't come back, like, this is what happened. Because I feel like we're the only one who knows the secret, and I feel very vulnerable right now.
So I send all that to Detective Layan and Mikhail Island, and hopefully he could find a way to get help down.
So you guys gather up your goodies. You gather up Azreen. You're gonna ride the Hell Beast out.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As you don't see any sign of the two guys that ran off earlier.
Oh, Reggie.
I don't know what to think of them now, because this clearly was not their boss. I think we got lied to, you guys.
Quite possible. Wouldn't be the first time, and it won't be the last
That
time.
happens often.
Before we leave the cavern, I'd
Yeah.
like to check the water. I'd like to investigate. I'm looking for poisons.
And which water?
You said that there was water waves, like an ocean
Oh.
and a nest of lava rocks.
Oh yeah, the sound of the ocean. I mean, it's not right there in the room. The sound is in the room, obviously, but you'd have to kind of explore a couple of caverns to find exactly where the like it's legit the ocean. This leads to a cavern that opens up to the ocean.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I was just like thinking about what could possibly make rocks sad, and I was thinking that like a heavy metal toxicity that was spreading through the water and poisoning the land might do it. So I'm looking for metal poison.
Oh, no, it was having a hell beast and smugglers. And a poor, sad, dying cat person. They didn't like it.
All right, perfect. Yeah.
We solved the mystery.
That's why they were getting sassy. That's why they were like, it's fine, just do what you want. Apparently that's what people do. They just come here and they do what they want.
So
okay, well then we have to take this hell beast with us.
Yeah, they definitely don't want that to stay here.
I've always wanted a puppy.
It likes you.
I don't like hell beasts.
They can be nice.
I'm very...
Look at me, for example.
I'm gonna get on the hell beast.
Yeah.
Can somebody
Jury's still out on you.
hold her for a minute? Yeah. Oh, I actually... Yep. Grunt cyber glances.
Yeah, Imeri will help.
Who's
Kind
the
of.
evil guy?
Canae?
Can
Help
I?
with.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually just get on Spot, and then have somebody hand her back to me so I can hold her while riding.
That's a good idea. I attempt to help. I'm 3'4". I can levitate her. I don't know what I'm doing. I take my necklace off. I wrap the leather around my finger, and then I uncurl the leather from around my finger, and Azreen lifts off of the ground, and I levitate her into Runt's arms on the back of Spot.
Aw, hero.
This is the cutest visual ever.
I continue to feed little blueberries into her mouth.
She blinks at you.
I give her chocolate.
Give me a history check. Let's get this timeline figured out.
23.
All right. Based on what looks like how long she's possibly been here, and when things started going south between her and the guild hall, Azreen's been down here, gosh, since that time that you ended up going into a crystal kingdom inside of a rock.
I was there for that, yes.
Yes, and curled.
At least that long.
Wow.
Wait, but didn't she get married?
Did she?
Ooh.
It's an
What?
imposter.
The whole wedding was a farce.
Suspicious, you guys.
Somebody
Evil Azreen.
maybe there's some trickery and some deception happening.
And not from me this time.
Dun, dun, dun. Okay,
Yeah.
well, so I would like to say, on the way up, would it be possible for us to play putt-putt in Nicomoy instead of here? Because I worry about her dying.
And knowing that history now, Imeri's going to suggest not making it known that they have Azreen back.
Oh, dang.
Oh, sneaky, yeah. Smart.
Ooh.
I like it.
Her and Moxie could help take
Um,
care of Azreen inside of a church of either Tyr or Coddle. To help.
Yeah. You guys have access to the
To-
churches, so you can get like a spare broom closet and hide her until she's healthy again and she can tell us what happened.
That, and if there is an imposter of Azreen out there,
Yeah. I agree with your plan. And in fact, I'm not even gonna I think we should tell Marv about this in 2 different groups. Or keep Azreen away, not even. It would be very startling to appear with the Hellbeast with a dying person on it. So let's just have a representative go tell him that it's all clear.
I'll go tell him.
it's all
Good.
clear.
Can I to that effect? Can anybody want to give her their jumpsuit and mining hat to help disguise her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I will.
get some clothes on her would be nice too,
Oh,
for
yeah, she's
modesty's
naked.
sake.
Yeah, I will. And I'll even give her my scarf.
Runt is sweating nervously because he has a naked woman and he's holding her and he's weird with women.
Well, she's wearing a burlap sack. Her bits are covered.
Oh, okay.
And you know what? Actually, Imeri has a spare set of fine clothes.
Perfect. That'll be much softer
Ooh.
on her. Or I don't know, sometimes fancy clothes are really uncomfortable. Are they comfy fine clothes?
Sure.
Silks.
Yeah, okay.
And
Still-
she'll hand over the scarf to help too.
You kind of bundle Azreen all up. She probably looks more like a wad of fabric at this point than a person. You burrito her.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh.
And I don't think anybody in their right mind is going to investigate too closely what the bugbear on the back of the hell beast is carrying. So I think you'll be all right.
If it helps to distract,
Roll.
I'll turn into a mammoth on our ride home, and someone else can ride me. We'll throw a gnome up on a mammoth. Hey, that's also distracting.
I actually really like the idea of going back to Marv riding a mammoth. For some reason, this makes me really happy.
I can turn into a mammoth if you so desire.
I love this.
I'd like to ride the mammoth, yeah, and Runt riding a hellbeast, and we'd be like, "We solved your problems, thumbs up."
Yep. Deal.
Is Marv single?
Yeah.
That's a once a day. That's a once a day for me.
Investigation
So.
check.
I don't know how to do that.
I think it's a good use of it, though.
Okay, I rolled a non-natural 20 on talking to Marv afterwards about whether or not he was single.
Well, the first thing you notice, no ring on that finger.
All right, investigated.
And when you went to his office, there was no portraiture of any other man or woman prominently displayed. So,
That's a start.
yeah. You feel like the chances are pretty strong that he's single.
Well, then I might want to arrange with Marv maybe to I say the putt sometime.
Yeah. he agrees to putt-putt with you sometime.
Yay.
Aw.
And you guys also would have picked up on your travels to and fro through the caverns, as well as just what was in that room with the crates. A group total, I have that, but it's a total of 5,100 gold pieces worth of gems.
Sweet. So we just divide that 4 ways, everybody?
Got them fine with that?
Sure.
1, 2, 7, 5 each.
And then in Skype, there should be, hopefully I have loaded them all in, 2 magic items each. That's what you were rolling for before.
Cool. We can divide those up after the session.
Yeah, I've got them on
Yep.
roll charts, one for each of you, so I can tell you which ones are for intended, and then you can separate them differently if you like.
Okay.
That's cool. So here we are on our way back to Nikamoi with this. I guess we rode the train here, so how are we going to get...
How big are our chocobos?
Oh, they just hatched.
Probably like a chicken-sized right now?
Oh, so we can't have them carry. I was looking at the price guide earlier in the main player's manual.
Mm-hmm.
For a horse and carriage, it's actually relatively cheap.
Oh yeah, it's like a couple copper a mile or something crazy.
So
We can hand-
could, like...
Fine.
You can hand wave it and say it's like 3 gold to rent a carriage because you're somewhat famous.
To buy a carriage is 100 gold, and to get a horse is 75. Riding horse is 75 gold apiece.
You don't need a horse. You've got a hell beast.
Oh, that's true.
That too.
Yes.
So we could just get a carriage, and
Yeah, in like the city that we're near, I guess.
Imeri will buy the carriage so that way she could keep it and soup it up for chocobos.
There you go.
Right, you don't need a horse.
So you buy a carriage in Yezik and
Yeah. To take Azreen back to
harness
Nikamoi.
the
Harness spot.
Helipano to the front of it. It's kind of funny. You have to do a lot of rigging.
And I guess while we're buying the carriage, we'll get her like stable in Yezhik with some medicine, initial medicines, and then her long-term recovery will be in Nicomoy. Yeah, that's a good plan.
I like this idea.
Oh my gosh, Azreen, I can't believe that you were down here.
Yeah, and Imeri could help do the healing when they're in Nicomoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, even after she's magically healed, she still has to have like actual recovery time just because of all the exhaustion.
Exhaustion, yeah. That's dangerous stuff. So did she recover enough to tell us what happened?
Oh. Yeah, so you guys get back. You have to find a place front to keep your hell beast. But it's so docile now. You've just really you've done wonders with it. It loves you. It only really behaves for you and for Canae a little bit. It doesn't like for other people to touch it.
I'll come visit it, yeah. Throw a little bonfire.
I'm celestial. It doesn't like me.
All right, where do you want to take Azreen?
To
You guys know the better hiding spots, I imagine. A church? Did you say?
yeah, to one of the churches. We'll go to Church of Tyr.
Yeah, that one has a church in town.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And they like us because we saved them from burning down. Yeah, perfect.
And Imeri's like really close with Moxie, so she'll just be like, "Hey, Moxie, we got this."
What you got there? What's in the bag?
Is that your
Is that a person?
Is that your Moxie
Who
impression?
is that? Yeah, is it okay? Am I doing all right with it?
That's pretty good, yeah.
This sounds all right. Cool. I wasn't sure. Yeah, I know.
secretly tell Moxie that they found Azreen and that there's possibly an imposter out there. So they're going to keep her hidden away.
Well, I can take 2 guesses at who that is.
I didn't think of that.
Was that Loki this whole time?
Well, he sure does seem to have it out for the guild hall.
Oh, gosh. Oh, man. It's been Loki this whole time. Okay, I owe someone one favor before we finish. And you see me handing Canae a putter.
Ah.
Because I did promise
Yeah.
that you wouldn't be deprived anymore.
I just assumed, like always, like my mom would always forget. I was written.
I didn't forget. We just had to save a life first. And what color ball would you like?
Blue to match my skin.
Okay. And we'll play a round of putt-putt.
All right, we can end there, or if you want to come back in a couple of days and check in with Azreen, we could do that too. Or we can save it for another time.
We totally
I don't know.
should.
It's up to you.
Yeah,
We totally should.
putt ending.
I think, ending on the putt-putt is nice, I'm going to say.
Up to
While
you.
you guys are playing putt, I'm going to play fetch with Spot.
And
Picturing
It's
that.
on the beach. You take him to the beach. It's nice and open right on the... Well, it is once you get there. It is nice and open.
And while you guys do that,
Please, somebody draw this.
Imeri's going to tend to Ezrin.
All right. So we leave the fire-breathing kittens with Imeri and Moxie tending to a hairless and emaciated Azreen. Pidge and Canae out on the putt-putt course as Pidge is trying to get a little bit better at it before her date. And then Runt, as the sun is setting, tossing a great big piece of driftwood down the beach as Spot, the Helifino, stomps down the beach to catch it, leaping into the air and grabbing it with his mouth before turning around and sending a spray of sand behind him and running back joyfully. Joining us this week were Pidge,
Bye-bye.
Imeri,
Well, it's a good thing we found Ezreen.
Canae,
Just because you're evil doesn't mean you're bad.
and Runt.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Yeshua. Yeshua, bye.
And bye-bye.
Bye.
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 We hope that you enjoyed this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. You can find more adventures on Amazon.com in the bookstore, Fire Breathing Kittens, all one word, podcast. We have official merchandise on Redbubble.com. Go to redbubble.com and search for works from your favorite characters in the store Fire Breathing K. You can get a detective's notepad with your favorite character or the Fire Breathing Kittens logo on it. FirebreathingKittensPodcast.com has links to topics that may interest you, such as a wikia with entries for different characters, a Reddit page where you can discuss the episodes with other listeners, and more.
Hello! You may recognize my voice from this very episode of Fire Breathing Kittens. Should you, for some strange reason, wish to hear more of it, you can do so on my very own podcast, where I break down all the media I consume into the following segments: movie monologue, television talk, book banter, game gabbin, and internet intercourse. For the name of the podcast, why don't we ask my good friend Gilbert Gottfried?
The LibroCube Podcast.
Thanks, Gil.
The LibroCube, LIBROCUBE podcast, can be found in all the usual podcast places.